Okay, lesson 6, Performance Task 2. Now this is the first time that we're going to have a look at what I refer to as the Grooven modules, or the Grooven lesson sections of your course. This is why I put so much emphasis early on in the course on getting your time right and getting your right hand skills up. All that stuff I just did there, and sounded alright, it sounded pretty funky. You can get up and dance to that, and there was nothing going on here. Nothing at all with my left hand. A bit of damping, but I wasn't playing different notes, I was just playing the open power chord. Now, that works because my time is okay, tapping my foot along with it, and because my skills are up with my right hand, I can do everything that needs to be done. Now, this particular groove that we're going to have a look at in this first one is what is generally referred to as a straight groove or a straight 8 groove. Okay, let's have a bit of a listen to that. You can have a look at, there's a lot of stuff in the theory section, the making music section on grooves, and I start with the straight 8 grooves. So if you haven't already looked at that, that's a good place to get going. But I'll cover all that material here, but it's good to look at it in another format and listen to the examples and read up about it and try and get it in your head as an understanding, as well as just being able to watch and understand it as you listen here. Straight 8 groove. There's my beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when we divide that 4/4 bar in half, as we've seen elsewhere, we get 8 notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, a straight 8 groove is one in which the time between the thumb and the finger is the same as the time between that finger and the next thumb. So they're all even. Okay, you can just. There's no stretching of the beat or anything. We'll get on to how that works later, but for now we'll look at it straight. So we'll just straight up and down. So the simplest way to play a straight 8 groove is just like that. Now, you've done this already in your picking exercises where we did this one. Or that one. Okay, a straight 8 groove. What we want to look at now is some application for that. What was before just a technical exercise. How do you make that a groove and not just an exercise? Well, the first thing you want to have a look at, and it's the same with all the grooves that we'll look at, is accenting particular beats. Right? So, as well as just playing like that, you want to be able to identify a 4/4 pattern. Right? What's a 4/4 pattern? 4 beats to the bar, that's the 4 on top. The 4 on the bottom indicates that it's a quarter note. Each beat is a quarter note or a crotchet. Okay, now it's a quarter note because it's a quarter of the bar. So 4/4 means we just count 4. Now the first of those 4 we call the 1. So if I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, without counting the notes out, if I were to go, I would start to generate a bit of a groove, a rhythmic pattern, rather than just playing the same thing over and over again. If you just did that, pretty soon you don't hear any groove anymore. You don't hear where there's any sort of regularity. You just hear that 1/1 drone, right? But if you add that accent, now we've got a groove. Yeah? So that's the first thing to practice. Get one of those, the first of all of your groups of 4, play a little bit harder. Then you're able to identify the numbers for the other ones. So I want you to be able to know when you go 1, but also when you go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Another way to play a straight groove is, instead of going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that your thumb acts like a bass drum and your fingers act like a snare drum. Yeah? Boom, chip, boom, chip, boom, chip, boom, chip. Okay, if you ever listen to drummers or straight rock beat, generally that's what happens. You go bass drum, snare drum, bass drum, snare drum, bass drum, snare drum, while the hats are doing it all the time. Doing that all the time. Tut, 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 boom, chick, boom, chick, boom, chick, boom. Have a listen to a drummer, AC/DC. Straight sort of rock drum beat, and you'll get the idea of that. So what you need to do for here, as far as your playing goes, is just be able to play that first note in every bar a little bit stronger. But more importantly than that, because you'll need this information down the track, is to be able to identify whether you're playing the second note of the bar, or the third note of the bar, or the fourth note of the bar. So we can start to later on understand the language when we start to talk about syncopation and swing and accenting the backbeat and all that sort of type of thing. Yeah? So for now, that's what a straight groove is. Okay, all those exercises that we did early on in the piece, you were playing over straight grooves, and it's just a matter of playing everything to the bar. So if you turn around and say to your drummer, just give me some straight eights, mate, and away we go. It's a predominant groove in rock music. Cheers.